LpTV.com.
You're watching Living Proof TV.
Pressure bus pipe, yo. Woo! This is what the people wanna see. Living Proof TV. Truth and reality. Living Proof TV. Virgin Island legacy. Living Proof TV. Living Proof TV. Living Proof TV. Seeds of the industry. Living Proof TV. And musical integrity. Living Proof TV. This is for everybody. Living Proof TV. Living Proof TV. Living Proof TV.
LivingProofTV.com. You're watching Living Proof TV. LP Enterprises proudly presents Living Proof TV. Straight out of LP Studios, brace yourself for the new talent marketing platform, Living Proof TV, the in-your-face TV show breaking artists and records. Join us and network with the entertainment industry's top talent scouts and pros. Witness epic studio interviews, performances, and ciphers from the hottest signed and unsigned artists. See artists and their real-life struggles, blazing performances in the booth with freestyles, new hits, and more. Getting in the mind of creative geniuses. Watch as producers and songwriters build hit tracks live in front of your eyes and witness talent that will blow your mind. Join us on Living Proof TV and be revealed to major industry executives, A&Rs, producers, DJ managers, sponsors, and more that are ready to advance careers. Log on to the website at livingprooftv.com and see it all go down. And join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Living Proof TV. You're in the VIP room with Isanica.
Hey guys, it's another episode of Living Proof TV, and I am Isanica Vera, your favorite host and the only host. But hey, we have a very exciting show tonight, guys. Like, super thrilled. Tonight we have a guest like no other. I mean, I personally wouldn't even describe him as the word guest. He's the boss, the CEO, the person who created Living Proof TV, the person who has been in the entertainment industry in the U.S. Virgin Islands for over 20 years when it comes to just producing music and promoting events that are spectacular, out of this world, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, things that we see here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So without any further ado, let me introduce this great man, mind of excellence, to you. Alvin.
Thank you, Isanica. Give God the glory first, because through him all things are possible. And excellent intro. Thank you so much. It's lovely.
Yeah, no, definitely. And thank you for creating this platform, Living Proof TV, because having this platform is living proof. You're giving artists, entertainers, business folks, a platform, a place where they can promote themselves and let people know who they really are. And we need things like this in the Virgin Islands.
Definitely.
And this is not the first time that you've created amazing ideas that allows people to be themselves, to reach greater heights, and to believe in something better than what they can see,
Yeah.
And I really wanted this interview today to kind of dig into your mind and really get to know your story and understand your vision a little bit better. And why did you think it was so important to create all of these great opportunities for the Virgin Islands like you did? Because it's a blessing and something that is definitely needed. So let's get into that and really tell us, where did it all start for you?
Well, I'll be honest, Isanica. Just living and residing here in the Virgin Islands from birth, just seeing the evolution of entertainment, seeing the needs and wants of the Virgin Islands industry, I feel like it's been the missing piece of the puzzle to actually get the artists and the talent from the Virgin Islands crossed over, not even just to the States, but internationally, overseas, through the other Caribbean islands, So it's a platform that's gonna start in the Virgin Islands and expand throughout the rest of the world.
Definitely. And all of this that you've created, is this because you're a music lover and you were yourself kind of like an artist? Because I knew you used to DJ back in the days.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, because you just didn't wake up one day loving music. Like, what's your story?
It's funny. It's funny you ask that, because music actually became like a passion of mine. Being a lover of music first, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like loving to listen to like Bob Marley, you know, a lot of older reggae music. You know, that's where my real passion was back then, when I really started listening to music. It's more conscious. I really love listening to like Buju Banton, Sizzla, Capleton. You know, all these kind of artists was very popular back then in my times, growing up like in the early 2000s, you know, getting out of school and getting into the music world. Those songs was very popular. Those artists had a huge impact on the Virgin Islands, and it kind of led me over to the more conscious side of things.
So like listening to all of that music and stuff like that, it inspired you to become a DJ and inspired you to want to do more music in the Virgin Islands, you think?
Yes, exactly. And now that you mention it, it's like the early days of my career DJing, we used to actually DJ in all the different neighborhoods here in the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
We went from neighborhood to neighborhood, from project to project. On all the basketball courts, we used to DJ and have all the local artists from in the neighborhoods come out, perform, you know, and we had the streets on lock back then in the days as far as the music, and that's what really inspired me to evolve into the studio and where we're at right now.
Right, so tell me about that. Like, what also inspired you to create a studio, or like to even dabble into producing and music? Were you self-taught? Did you teach yourself how to do that?
It's very interesting. It's an interesting story. And to tell you the truth, I got into the studio side of things after I was a DJ. So there was a hotel named Point Pleasant, and there was a restaurant and a pool area down at that same hotel. And I was the DJ down there for like about 2 to 3 years.
Nice.
Right down by the bar, by the poolside, entertaining all the guests and the tourists.
Yeah.
And, you know, from there I just evolved from the equipment side of it, you know, from the DJ turntables, started getting into the mixer and the recording side, just out of interest.
Yeah.
And, you know, from there is like, you know.
So you really just did your own research,
Yeah.
your own background.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm determined about this music. I want to just see if it can reach to another level, and just do I have to do to learn how to master this?
Yeah. So, for example, like when I was a DJ, I met so many different musicians. I met engineers. I met so many people in my DJ era. It's like, you know, I met a guy named James Anderson he's who actually got me into the studio production side of it.
Oh.
An older white guy, he is actually a guitarist from St. John, and I met him over at the hotel, and you know, he's like, hey man, you know, I got a studio, you need to come out and check out my studio. And I was like, sure man, let's go, you know.
Yeah.
Went by the studio, and I was amazed to see all the equipment, all the production equipment, the recording equipment, the mics, the guitars. I was like, yo, this guy's on a whole nother level. You gotta remember now, this is like 1999,
right.
the year 2000.
Right. And he's
it's
introducing
like,
you to a whole other
you know
genre
what I'm saying?
of music,
So I'm
too,
like,
I'm sure.
yes, and I'm listening. I'm like, this is where it's at, you know. And I felt like the way he inspired me, I felt like I can go ahead, start a studio, and start helping these artists that I ran into all these years.
Right.
And that's what really inspired me into getting into the studio side of it.
And I remember you mentioning that, you know, you were DJing in different communities and having events like that. So did that inspire you to say one day, like, hey, I'm going to put on some shows and start promoting events in the Virgin Islands? And not just regular events, but like shows that people don't have the opportunities to see, like artists that we don't see in the Virgin Islands you brought here.
Yes, exactly.
So how did that start? How did you get that?
That's exactly what actually started and sparked the fire for me to be a promoter. Just seeing the turnouts from all the different neighborhoods and seeing how everyone came out and started supporting these local artists, and just coming out to the events that we was doing in the neighborhoods. It basically inspired me to say, you know what? these guys need to go on the big stage. We need to get the artists on the big stage. We need to start doing events for everyone. And that's why I started my promotional career.
So you make it sound like putting on a show is easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, right? I'm sure it's not. In like your beginning stages, like what's one situation you can recall when you would put on a show and you were just like, whew, I don't know, but you overcame the obstacle.
You're talking over 20 years of events,
right?
And we've produced over 100 events in those 20 years, and to be honest with you, there's one event that really stood out, and this is one that we did in Ohio. And this one really kind of tried up my patience to continue to be a promoter because a lot of effort went into the show. It was actually a collaboration between me and Landon Cohen, from the Detroit Tigers.
Okay, wow.
He's a football player, and we planned an event for like months out in Ohio. And it's so funny, I flew almost every artist I knew out there. I flew Rock City out. I flew a band from here, Lindsey Brockington out. I flew almost all the local artists that was basically doing music at that time out to Ohio, and we called it the Caribbean Music Fest.
Nice.
And we planned it. Everything was so perfect, but unfortunately, after all that planning, the day of our event, there was like a pop-up free college dorm like extravaganza. Like they planned it like in 2 weeks.
Picnic, but you can't predict the weather.
I'm saying, and they brought a rock band. That was the first time I witnessed a riot, an actual riot. Like everyone was burning furniture. It was crazy.
So unfortunately, you guys weren't able to put on that show.
We wasn't able to put on the show.
And that was probably like your toughest experience as a promoter.
Toughest, most costly.
Right.
And I was like, damn, but in the promotion game, everything's a risk, and
right.
It's part of the business.
Right.
So you gotta make sure you have your everything balanced and set for in case of rainy days and things like that happen.
But you definitely learned from that experience.
Most definitely did.
Right. Well, you guys heard it from Mr. Alvin Marks himself, the man of promotions for like 20 years in the industry. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Things can be a little bit tough. But when we come back after this break, we're going to learn how we become more successful than anything else, right? We're going to talk about the ways that we overcome the obstacles and get through them. So stay tuned.
Keep it locked. We'll be right back with more Living Proof TV. Looking for a studio to handle all of your production needs? Look no further. LP Records and Lava House Studios offers production services from start to finish. From professional recordings on the best audio gear to building your music live with expert musicians and producers, LP Records and Lava House Studios have got you covered with all your audio and video mixing, editing, and engineering needs. Complete your project with our pro graphic designing and t-shirt printing services for maximized marketing of your product. Call today. Appointments only. Get seen, get heard, and get booked right here on Living Proof TV. We're back with more Living Proof TV. You're in the VIP room with Isanica.
We're back, and it's Living Proof. I am here with CEO Mr. Alvin Marks, and the party has just started. Okay, so we know that you've been doing this thing when it comes to entertainment in the Virgin Islands for 20 years, and hopefully 20 plus more to come.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about your studio. Tell us, how did you get started with this recording studio in the Virgin Islands? Like,
all right,
the #1 studio in the Virgin Islands, by the way, if I must say so myself.
I must give this shout out. I must give this shout out. I have to shout out my boy James Anderson, guitarist extraordinaire, teacher, motivator. Gotta give out a shout out to James Anderson. He actually kind of inspired me into even building a studio, getting my studio on a professional level, and being able to accept clients into the studio to do recordings. And you know, from just being sitting around and watching him doing his thing in his studio and seeing the equipment, the gear, and you know, just taking pointers from a professional. That was actually the first professional studio that I saw on St. Thomas.
Wow.
And this is way back in 1999.
Right.
So that totally inspired me, and what I did was just take all the pointers that I learned, and I learned a lot on my own as well. You know, and I also did a few years down at UVI in music education and playing the keyboards as well.
So cool.
So,
I want to learn how to play the keyboards. Can you teach me?
Yes. Well, I haven't played in years. I'll be honest with you. You know, I haven't played in years. I played keyboard for like 2 years just to feel out the production side of the studio, learned a few things, built a few tracks. But I basically evolved from the production side of it and went straight into just the business and recording side of the studio.
Right. So he pretty much kind of, tell me his name again, James?
James Anderson.
He kind of put you under his wing and really showed you the
showed
ins
me
and outs.
ins and outs, showed me all the
studio.
recording techniques. He actually showed me, like, you know, different ways and different equipment, the way different equipment works.
Right.
Depending on what you're trying to do.
Right.
And basically, he just basically guided me into the right path to get the right setup and getting my sound.
So how
right.
long have you had your studio now in the Virgin Islands?
I built my studio in the year 2000.
2000.
From the year
Wow,
2000
really?
until, yes.
It's a long time.
The year 2000, we opened doors and we've been recording ever since.
So, what would you tell someone that's looking at Lptv right now? I'm interested. I'm an artist and I want to record some music. How do I reach out to you, or how do I go about it?
Well, the easiest way is to just call. I answer my phone at any given time, 340-344-1552. That's the studio number. You call me, and we set schedules, you know, appointments only. We do anything from production. We create music from scratch. We do voiceovers for pageants. We do anything to do with audio and video production.
That's
we have
pretty awesome. And also because you've worked in the studio, I know that you've met a lot of cool artists.
Yes.
And I know that you've kind of dipped your finger in managing talents as well. So list a few artists that you've worked with and tell us your experiences with those, and you know how far they've gotten now. Where are they now?
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with basically almost all the artists out of the Virgin Islands.
Right.
I managed Apostle for quite some time, and we made some real power moves. You know, Apostle was actually one of the first artists to almost sign a major deal. We had it right in front of us, and you know, through different things that happened through life, you know, things, you know, kind of went a different way, and it didn't work out as planned. But yeah, it's been a journey. You know, I've worked with from Star Lion days when Pressure was in the Star Lion family, and Nayora. You know, from those days, you know, I've been producing and recording these artists, and you know, it's been 20 plus years. Isonica, to tell you the truth, it's really been.
Are there any like local artists you see now that you would like to reach out to and have them come out and work with you in their studio?
Oh yeah, you know, I've been watching several artists doing their thing, and they've been making noise. I've actually been recording for a few of them as well, and but particularly I'm just more open. You know, I'm more on the executive side of things right now. So as far as managing and A&Ring for artists right now, I actually have business partners for that. But I'm more on the executive production side of the film and entertainment world right now, you know.
Super. Since we're talking about filming, let's get into these shows a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk to us about VI Idol.
Yeah.
Tell us about that number one show in the Virgin Islands.
VI Idol
Get into that.
VI Idol is probably one of my most significant events.
Definitely.
You know, it was a landmark
Not
event.
to cut you off, but I was a contestant.
Yes, you were.
I was like, I almost won, guys. I got like
You made
fourth
it to the finals.
singing. Me. Sorry, go ahead.
You made it to the finals, and I can remember that year. You actually performed really well.
I did. Thank you.
And the competition was pretty stiff.
It was a good year.
Exactly.
My sister competed with me too. She's a great singer.
Yeah.
SGC Avera.
That's what's up. That's
She
what's
says.
up. I remember
Sorry,
that
go
year.
ahead.
No, most definitely. VI Idol has really changed a lot of lives
Oh,
in the Virgin
definitely.
Islands. every year for 10 years, once we've been producing that show, we've been impacting.
10 years you've been doing VI
10
Idol.
years, 10 years, 10 solid years of Virgin Islands Idol, until we evolved it in the last 2 years into Icon of the Islands, which was basically we started to take the show from island to island and continue the series there, you know. And yeah, but VI Idol, let's just mention VI Idol for a little bit, because there are a few artists that are doing their thing right now.
Yeah, like what inspired that? Like what's, like, you know, I know you've probably seen like different performing shows and stuff like that, but you was like, something here in the Virgin Islands needs to change, needs to have a show for, like, you know, entertainers, and you just decided to just put on the cape and do it for yourself, because you're doing this on your own, right?
Yeah.
No one's helping you put on this platform for anybody else, correct?
Yes, well, yeah, my business partners, we have sponsors, you know, and LP's a team, you know. We have different members that, you know, partake in different parts of the events, from the management side to the production side, the stage side. You know, we have a full team that basically handles all aspects of putting on an event. And yeah, we basically felt that there wasn't any talent show for our upcoming artists. There wasn't no platform, there wasn't no opportunities given for our musical talent, and we decided to say, hey, let's do it, you know. And we started year one with a bang.
It's been a part of the Virgin Islands Entertainment for about 10 years. So tell us a little bit more about that.
One of my most precious events. I think VI Idol is one of the most impactful, and I would love the audience to take a little look at the legacy. So check it out right here on Lptv, VI Idol.
LP Enterprises proudly presents Living Proof TV, VI Idol, a legacy of providing opportunity to the talent of the Virgin Islands. Established in 2007 by LP Records and Entertainment, the award-winning record label and entertainment company. What started as a dream is now a legacy. This is VI Idol. VI Idol. In 2007, the first annual Virgin Islands Idol made history, and the destiny was determined. With industry judges, but a man of MTV Hood Fab, Ian Holder of BMI, VI Reggae star The Apostle, LP Records CEO, Alico, and John Pegram of Ether Management ATL. The bar was set. Go Hard or Go Home winners were BV Andrastic and Shay, tied for first place. They won $2,500 in cash, the VI Idol Award, the album with LP Records, gift certificates, and much more. The album Project Island Heat, released in 2008, featured the winners and the best artists in the Virgin Islands. In 2008, the second annual Virgin Islands Idol established a chance of stardom for its talents, with industry judges, reggae star and actor Kimani Marley, Akon's DJ Benny D, VI top vocalist and performer Lorna Freeman Dennis, lead singer of the Spectrum Band and producer Malvern Gums, and John Pegram of Ether Management. The winner, Sharice King, prevailed over many with the natural gift of a beautiful voice. Her prizes were $3,000 in cash, the VI Idol Award, gift certificates, and more. VI Idol is where stars are found. In 2009, the third annual Virgin Islands Idol took the islands by storm, with industry judges, R&B superstar Lloyd, Grammy-winning songwriters Planet VI, with John Pegram of Ether Management ATL, and music producer Jay Talent, along with manager Ray Daniels of Radar Management, telling it like it is. Winner, Demisha Liebert, earned her title as a 2009 Virgin Islands Idol, expressing one of her many talents, which she was later crowned Miss St. Croix. Her prizes included $3,000 in cash, the Virgin Islands Award, gift certificates, and more. In 2011, the fifth annual Virgin Islands Idol took an international appeal, with industry judges MC Light, music executive Greg G, ATL studio engineer Carlos Valdez, PMP manager Sarah Johnson, and Rap-A-Lot Records Jay Ellis. Out of dozens of superb talent, the winner, Peace Solo, had what the judges and people were looking for. His unique style and swag made his star shine to be placed among the best. Prizes such as $3,000 in cash, the VI Idol Award, tons of gift certificates. The album and music video has changed his life forever. His album release Lover's Lane is in stores now. And like his video on youtube.com/PeaceSoloKeeper. VI Idol, is the ultimate platform for talent in the Virgin Islands. In 2012, the 6th annual Virgin Islands Idol gave a new meaning to excitement with industry judges Maybach Music DJ Scream, Epic Records A&R Steve Owens, Rap-A-Lot Records Jeremy Ellis, Planet VI, and Ray Daniels. The stage was on fire. The winner, Kendra Young of St. Croix, was tied with Breezy of the BVI until the online votes declared her the winner for the first ever online vote music competition in the Virgin Islands. Her prizes included $3,000 in cash, the VI Idol Award, and gift certificates. Keep it locked. We'll be right back with more Living Proof TV. Looking for a studio to handle all of your production needs? Look no further. LP Records and Lava House Studios offers production services from start to finish. From professional recordings on the best audio gear to building your music live with expert musicians and producers, LP Records and Lava House Studios have got you covered with all your audio and video mixing, editing, and engineering needs. Complete your project with our pro graphic designing and t-shirt printing services for maximized marketing of your product. Call today. Appointments only. We're back with more Living Proof TV.
Wow, that reel was amazing. Really
Thank
cool
you,
with the
thank
stuff
you,
that you've done
thank
with
you.
VI Idol. So besides that, tell us about some other events that you've done.
Oh man, the list goes on and on. We've worked with some of the biggest artists in the Caribbean and stateside. Just to name a few, Damian Marley, Kimani Marley, MC Light, Genuine, R&B acts from Lloyd, big soca acts from Destra, Allison Hines, Rupi. I mean, the list goes on. Every major artist just about that came to the Virgin Islands, we had some part of it. And, you know, we're proud to bring the Virgin Islands, you know, top class entertainment. And this is our home, so we have a lot of pride in our home. So, you know, why settle for less? You know, if we have the ability and the relationships to make it happen, we make it happen.
That's pretty awesome. Definitely. So that experience with VI Idol will grow into something bigger. You have some futuristic plans for that?
Yes, we actually evolved the VI Idol into Icon of the Islands. And we actually started shooting that in Bahamas. We did it in St. Martin. We did it in the BVI and St. Thomas Virgin Islands. But the storms came and we kind of had it delayed for a little bit. And then right after the storms came the pandemic, which delayed it again. But now we're trying to bring it back forward, and we should look forward to better things in the future.
That's awesome. But not only do you do that, but you put on concerts. You have artists that are from different parts of the world, people that we don't see in the U.S. Virgin Islands every day that come out to perform, which is pretty cool. Tell us about that. Like, how did that start? How did you get those events started?
All through networking. You know, I've been networking for some years, even through the VI Idol. You know, every year I've been bringing in executives from the different record labels. They brought every major record label to the Virgin Islands, from Rockefeller Records to Bad Boy to Atlantic, Interscope, Epic. A lot of different executives, and the relationships go on. And you know, with the skill set, we just decided to just start bringing top quality entertainment to the Virgin Islands.
Now, moving from the entertainment in the U.S. Virgin Islands, I know you're getting into film. That's a whole new venture. Tell us more about that.
It's a whole new passion. It's a whole new passion for me right now. It's a whole new world, and I've just been looking at the way the world has been turning. You know, reality shows right now are running the whole TV industry right now, and it's a great realm because it's kind of new. It's new for the Virgin Islands, and being able to capture the Virgin Islands in that element, I think it's a great thing. So, you know, I've evolved the Virgin Islands Idol music competition into a reality show, and I'm gonna give you guys a piece of it, and you guys can check it out right now. It's a little bit of the Virgin Islands Idol reality show.
LP Enterprises proudly presents Living Proof TV.
I'ma lay it all on the line. Now's my time to shine. I'ma leave all of this behind. Now's my time to shine. The stage is set, the lights are lit. Right now's my time to shine. I won't be scared to take risks.
Witness the Virgin Islands like you have never seen it before. VI Idol, where stars are found. Get ready for the hottest reality show in the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands Idol.
This is not just your typical reality show. This is an intense music competition with searches for the best musical talent on the islands of St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, and Tortola.
The Virgin Islands premier music competition is now the hit VI Idol reality show. In a winner-takes-all battle to become the next Virgin Islands Idol. From Tortola, BVI, it's the dynamic Monique Chapdelaine.
My name is Monique Cassandra Chapdelaine, and I am from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
The lovely Alicia Lewis, aka Harmony.
My name is Alicia Lewis, aka Harmony. I'm from Tortola.
Glendon Lamoth, aka Najar, not just another rapper.
My name is Glendon Dexter Lamoth, aka MJR, and I'm from the British Virgin Islands.
And the famous I Hate Mosquitoes man, Dwayne Fret.
I'm Dwayne Fret from Tortola.
From Love City, St. John, the former Miss St. John, Chanel Thomas.
Hi, my name is Chanel Thomas. I'm from the island of St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands.
From Twin City, St. Croix, the beautiful Yoshi Daniel.
My name is Yoshi Daniels. I'm from the island of St. Croix.
The sensational Maria Powell, aka Chiquita.
Maria Powell, and I'm from the island of St. Croix.
Hit guitarist, Jamani Johnson.
Jamani Johnson, the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. I'm an indie rock contemporary artist.
And the energetic Sean Smith, aka Culprit Crucial.
Don't know this your boy Culprit Crucial, coming all the way from St. Croix, Twin City Massive.
Repping Rock City, St. Thomas, the smooth sounds of Jugger Rock.
Aye, it's your boy Jugger Rock, you don't know, repping Rock City, VI.
The inspirational Derek Tavernier.
I put my light in the air for you. See what you're doing now, see what you're gonna do. Put my light in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. Hey guys, Derek Tavernier.
Hip-hop star X Capone.
X Capone, extraordinary concept about poverty on Negro environment. Yeah, born and raised in the VI Rock City. Get.
And reggae and dancehall artist Ganja Nero.
Don't know, original Ganja Nero. Come from St. Thomas.
So let's go.
These 13 finalists will compete for their chance to win mega cash and prizes in America's Paradise, St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, starring top music executive.
There's a lot of variety. A lot of talent. I didn't know what to expect.
Artist.
Now the world is able to hear our names, see our flag.
And developers.
You gotta prove it to me, since you like to party.
It'll be tough. I think they're gonna have to fight for their points.
There's a story to tell.
Drama.
You need to get the my own. Man, do nothing, my boy. Me want hear nothing more than my boy. Man, boss my shit. Man, back up off of me to my boy.
You ain't here for this, man.
Drama.
This is something that I love to do. You don't tell me.
Inspiration and culture.
You have no confidence whatsoever, and you want to be in a competition.
And you know, in a lot of competitions, you have a lot of people like you in competitions, meaning they send home people who wanted it way more than you. In the Virgin Islands, you know, my tourists fly all over the place to come to places like this, and this is ours. VI Pride.
We living in paradise, yeah.
Living in paradise.
Log on to VIIdol.com. LP Enterprises proudly presents Living Proof TV.
wow, that was really a hit. So tell us, what other shows you're trying to produce?
Well, we actually evolved the Virgin Islands Idol reality show into Icon of the Islands, where we actually took the music competition to several other islands in the Caribbean. So we started in the Bahamas, we came to the Virgin Islands, and then we ended up in St. Martin. Unfortunately, the timing was a little off with the storms, so the storms actually kind of put the project on delay. But for those that was part of the Icon of the Islands and heard about it, we give you guys a little sneak peek of what it's all about. Check it out, Icon of the Islands, right here on Lptv.
You're watching Living Proof TV.
Hey, I'm Yandy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a reality TV executive, and an all-around businesswoman. I'm also a veteran of the music business. There's one consistent element I realize more and more in today's music. Next one. Change that station. Next one.
Come on, turn the radio on.
The Caribbean culture is such a dominant force, which influences music all over the world. Yet when examining the music charts, there's very little representation by true Caribbean artists. I can only imagine how hard it must be for the local artists who feel stranded even further in the shadows. I feel compelled to at least try to shine a light in their direction. Therefore, I've decided to form an executive team and recruit a few trusted friends and colleagues who work professionally in the music industry. Together, we're ready to hit the ground grinding by visiting different Caribbean islands and countries. From the surreal scenery and charismatic culture of the Bahamas, to the mountainous and magnificent landscapes of the Virgin Islands, to the breathtaking beaches of St. Martin, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, and beyond. With one collective goal in mind, we're searching for the next Caribbean superstar. Along the way, we'll produce some major events and concerts. And of course, we will audition as many talented individuals as possible.
All I'm saying is, they need to pick me. I prayed for a big opportunity like this.
I'm gonna walk away with the win.
I think this is a wonderful experience for people. I don't care who's in my way, nothing's gonna stop me.
There's no doubt this journey will unveil countless realities, hardships, and epiphanies, ranging from economic issues to political structures to personal struggles with family, friends, and foes.
So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. That's your personal opinion, that's your business.
We're prepared to delve deep into the lives of those who eat, sleep, and breathe big dreams for even bigger opportunities. But when it's all said and done, only one artist will walk away with a major cash prize, a recording contract, a development deal, and more. So we invite you all to join us on this majestic voyage of music, culture, and life as we search for the next icon of the islands.
Get seen, get heard, and get booked right here on Living Proof TV. You're in the VIP room with Isanica.
Oh my God, that looks so great. Like, where can I watch this? Where can we find this right now?
Well, Icon of the Islands has aired throughout the entire Caribbean, also on Tempo. So you gotta look out for the reruns. And if you want to check any of the episodes and all the sneak peeks and all the behind the scenes, you can log on to our Vimeo account at Icon of the Islands.
Nice. Well, being the creator of Lptv, we know that it just started and there is so much more to come. Like, what can we look forward to in this creation?
Well, Lptv is gonna just try and take all these artists and take them to new heights. We're gonna premiere the music videos. We want to basically come on the show, give their life story, and interact with the fans as much as possible. And that's the whole game plan, and that's the whole purpose behind Lptv. A new marketing platform that can actually take these artists' career and give them a pedestal to basically be seen throughout the world and locally, and give them the exposure they need for their new content, their new business ventures, and their new music, you know. And they get to see them live inside of the recording booth where they actually put in the work, so people can actually see what it takes and see the hard work that these artists put in creating these songs.
Right, so pretty much after your 20 plus years experience, you've now decided to put all that you've known into TV, in this one spot that we can find everything that you've ever created on this one network.
Definitely, the world has to know, and right now, seeing is believing. So all these years and all these years led to this.
I think that's a perfect transition. I think it would be, you know, the way to move forward, and definitely what's happening next, and something that the Virgin Islands is looking forward to, because everything that you touch turns into gold. So we know that this will be successful as well. I'm personally very happy to be a part of it. I know that it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to all of the people that will be here on the show, and you know, the more opportunities it'll create, and you know, the happy moments, and you know, just the memories and just the experience. I think that it's going to be a wonderful one, and I just can't wait to see what Lptv has for the future too.
Keep it locked. Lptv is where it's at.
Keep it locked. We'll be right back with more Living Proof TV. Looking for a studio to handle all of your production needs? Look no further. LP Records and Lava House Studios offers production services from start to finish. From professional recordings on the best audio gear to building your music live with expert musicians and producers, LP Records and Lava House Studios have got you covered with all your audio and video mixing, editing, and engineering needs. Complete your project with our pro graphic designing and t-shirt printing services for maximized marketing of your product. Call today. Appointments only. We're back with more Living Proof TV. You're in the VIP room with Isanica.
We heard it here first on Living Proof TV. Alvin Marks, the CEO of the award-winning entertainment company LP Enterprises, has proven that Lptv has been built on a strong foundation, and you can expect to see bigger things in the future for this show. We are starting in the Virgin Islands and taking it worldwide. The mission is to create a platform for artists and bridge the gap between the U.S. Virgin Islands and the rest of the world. Experience in promoting top quality events, groundbreaking artists, and one-of-a-kind reality TV shows. Lptv is destined for greatness, and we would like you to be a part of it as a guest, as a sponsor, or just simply as a supporter. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. On logging to the website, livingprooftv.com. Stay tuned for the next episode on Living Proof TV.
For the hottest producers, artists, DJs, and more, keep it locked right here on Living Proof TV. LP Enterprises proudly presents Living Proof TV. On the next episode of Living Proof TV.
Expressionable vibe. Hey yo, this is a LP exclusive, you know. What? Drop. From you see the sun a shine. I forget the dollar kind, yo. Hustle for it every time. Long as the sun a shine, yo. We not in a crisis. Make up for your losses. No disrespect the bosses. Tell you one time, yo. Can't step to me. Link LP if you want get to me.
The booth is on fire. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Living Proof TV. Straight out of LP Studios, brace yourself for the new talent marketing platform, Living Proof TV, the in-your-face TV show breaking artists and records. Join us and network with the entertainment industry's top talent scouts and pros. Witness epic studio interviews, performances, and ciphers from the hottest signed and unsigned artists. See artists and their real-life struggles. Blazing performances in the booth with freestyles, new hits, and more on Living Proof TV.
LivingProofTV.com.
You're watching Living Proof TV.
Pressure bus pipe, yo. This is what the people wanna see. Living Proof TV, truth and reality. Living Proof TV, Virgin Island legacy. Living Proof TV, Living Proof TV, Living Proof TV. Seed of the industry. Living Proof TV, and musical integrity. Living Proof TV, this is for everybody. Living Proof TV, Living Proof TV, Living Proof TV.
LivingProofTV.com. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Living Proof TV.